Your Honor, I'm still waiting by the elevators on the second floor.
Yeah,
If you guys want to start, I can remember. Don't wait for me.
Okay, yeah, we're not doing a felony yet, so.
Oh, okay.
No, first floor of the garage. Second floor of the garage.
Go up to the garage. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't go that far.
Yeah, Ms. Summers, there was some confusion. So Stephanie's heading back
Okay.
up there now. She was thinking the
Okay.
second floor of the building, so no.
Oh, no, I can't get in.
I know.
Thank you.
Che, ¿cómo se llama usted? Bueno, la juez le acaba de decir, o se acaba de presentar que es la juez Shea y luego a usted le está pidiendo su nombre.
Sí, yo soy de Valencia.
I'm Luis Valencia.
Mr. Valencia, I have several things here for you.
Señor Valencia, aquí le tengo varias cosas.
I have
Okay.
charges charging you with violating a court order.
Tengo nuevas imputaciones acusándolo de haber quebrantado una orden judicial
Alleged to have occurred on April the 21st.
que supuestamente sucedió el día 21 de abril,
Shortly after midnight.
poco después de la medianoche.
Casualmente me encontré a la mamá de mi hijo en el río San Manuel.
You really don't
No.
want to talk about it.
En realidad usted no quiere platicar sobre los detalles.
Ok,
I also have petitions to revoke your probation.
Y también aquí tengo pedimentos pidiendo que se revoque su libertad de prueba
On domestic violence charges.
sobre imputaciones relacionadas con la violencia intrafamiliar.
alleging that you tested positive for cocaine,
acusándolo de haber dado positivo por consumo de cocaína,
that you had contact with the victim, that you failed to abide by curfew,
que usted tuvo comunicación o contacto con la presunta víctima y tampoco cumplió con la toque de queda que tenía,
and a couple of other allegations.
y unas cuantas acusaciones más.
We'll appoint Saul Huerta to represent you on these charges.
Voy a nombrar a Saúl Huerta para representarlo en cuanto a estas acusaciones.
Your next court date will be May the 14th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Su próxima audiencia va a ser el día 14 de mayo a la 1:30 de la tarde.
Your bond is $2,499 in cash.
Voy a imponer una fianza de $2,499 en efectivo.
You are to possess and consume no alcohol or illegal drugs.
No puede poseer ni consumir alcohol ni droga ilícita.
Commit no acts of domestic violence.
No puede cometer ningún acto de violencia intrafamiliar.
Possess no firearms or weapons.
No puede poseer ninguna arma blanca ni arma de fuego.
You not have any contact with Erlinda Santiago or Luis Valencia Jr.
Usted no puede tener comunicación ni contacto con Ermelinda Santiago ni tampoco con Luis Valencia, hijo,
except through superior court order
salvo por medio de una orden judicial del Tribunal Superior
or with adult probation approval.
y con la aprobación de libertad de prueba.
You're not to go back to their residence.
Usted no puede volver a la residencia de ellos
And you need to comply with your probation.
y usted tiene que cumplir con sus condiciones de libertad de prueba.
Thank you, Mr. Valencia.
Gracias, señor Valencia.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Nice hold. Oh, okay. Good evening, I'm Judge Sheridan. You are
Joseph Robert Hawks.
Mr. Hawks. Interim complaint charging the fugitive from justice. Warrant out of Alabama. Failing to appear for an arraignment on March the 5th. Charges or possession of receipt or receipt of controlled substance.
I was in DOC at that time.
Still needed to contact the court.
Oh, yes, right.
We'll appoint the legal defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set a review hearing date for April the 30th at 2:30, particularly given your other holds.
Let's do it. My God, Jesus.
No alcohol or illegal drugs. Does either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions of release?
Your Honor, we were just going to ask the court to consider setting a $1,000 bond given his other holds. And looks like he has cases at multiple counties. He was written here for DOC, so
I can put that out.
he was written here from Peralta, so we asked for $1,000. Thank you.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
I'm gonna set the bond at $2,500. Pretrial services if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Thank you, Mr. Hawks.
Just maybe briefly excused while the court handles misdemeanors.
Certainly. We don't have very many of them, but
I'll make sure I'm back in time.
I'm sure you will be. Good evening. I'm Judge Shayad, and you are
Claudia Espinosa.
Ms. Espinosa. Citations charging you with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. These are alleged to have occurred this morning in the vicinity of your residence. Your next court date in the Sahuarita Municipal Court is going to be May the 20th at 8:30 in the morning. You'll be released on your signature and promise to appear. Conditions of release in addition to the standard conditions which are appearing in court, violating no laws, remaining in the state of Arizona. You're also not to commit any acts of domestic violence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Espinosa.
Thank you.
Ma'am, you can go back out, sit in the corner, and wait real quick. Ferguson.
They took all of them.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shayad, and you are
Amy Ferguson.
Miss Ferguson. Citations here from November 5th of 2023. For domestic violence assault. Domestic violence disorderly conduct. And failing to appear in court on April the 9th of last year. I'm going to appoint the city public defenders to represent you on these charges because you have an APO hold. Your next court date on these matters is going to be June the 20th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you are still in custody, then the public defender's office will be present and take care of that. All right?
Thank you.
For domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Luis. No, yes.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Luis Francisco Hugo Hernández.
Mr. Hernandez. Looks like you received a DUI charge almost 7 years ago.
Yes.
And on February 14th of 2019, so a little over 6 years ago, you were ordered to do level 1 treatment plus 12 relapse prevention sessions and attend a Mother Against Drunk Driving Victim Impact Panel program.
Yes.
You were given a deadline. That deadline passed. You hadn't done it. We set an order to show cause for you to appear in November of 2019. You did not appear at that time, and a warrant issued. Oh, no, I take that back. You appeared. You were given additional time to provide those proofs and given a court date of January 24th. Came in on January 24th. You'd done the MAD, but you still didn't do the treatment or the relapse prevention sessions. You were given an extension to July 24th of 2020. You hadn't done it, so there was an order to show cause set for January 15th of 2021. You didn't show up and this warrant issued. Did you do that counseling?
I was finished, but the pandemic hit, and they say that until they finish the pandemic.
Your deadline to do that, the deadline that was extended numerous times, all right, was early pandemic,
Yes.
but you didn't do it any time in the last 5 years.
No.
So the question is, why shouldn't you be held to serve that 10-day sentence?
Pardon me, ¿sí me lo puedes decir en español, por favor?
The question is, why shouldn't you be held to serve the 10-day sentence or 178 days? Because you didn't comply with that.
Entonces, ¿por qué, dice la juez, no debería purgar esos 10 días o los 178 días por no haber cumplido con eso?
Pues le pido disculpas y si me puede dar otra oportunidad.
Well, I apologize and I request another opportunity if you could.
You've had multiple opportunities.
Y ha tenido varias oportunidades.
When was the last time you had any alcohol?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que usted consumió alcohol?
Por mi cumpleaños el año pasado. Last year, my birthday.
I'm going to give you another chance.
Thank you.
Your next court date is May the 13th at 9:30 in the morning. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You need to contact their office.
Okay.
You are to consume absolutely no alcohol. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you come to your next court date, you need to bring proof that you have enrolled in treatment.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you again.
Scott. You're good.
Yeah.
It's Garcia, Aquatic. How's the bear and everything?
Good evening. I'm Judge Fayette, and you, sir, are
Can you boost Scott Jr.?
Mr. Scott. I have current citations charging you with assault and criminal trespass, alleged to have occurred early this morning, 3540 South Keno. I also have charges from September the 27th, charging you with criminal trespass and criminal damage at 2165 East Granito Vista.
Let's see.
Your next court date on these is going to be May the 30th at 9 a.m. in the Tucson City Court. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol.
Okay.
You're not to go back to either of these locations,
Okay.
and you need to comply with behavioral health assessment and treatment.
Okay.
That
So
means
you gonna release me on this?
as long as you follow through with those things that I ordered.
Oh, okay.
Now they
Okay.
now they may decide to send you to CRC. I don't know. But if they do, you need to comply. You understand that?
Okay.
And if you need some help as you're leaving the jail place right outside the building, there's a blue line that you can follow to it. It's called the Transition Center. And they can
Okay.
help you get connected with some resources.
Okay. I appreciate that.
All right?
The transition center?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right.
So I got these. Yes, sir.
Thank you. My thought is the more information that's on there, the clearer it is. Good evening. I'm Judge Fade, and you, sir, are?
Yeah. First. Yeah. First.
Mr. Price, I have an interim complaint here charging you with criminal damage alleged occurred earlier today.
Okay.
We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard on condition?
Yes, Your Honor. Given that we understand Mr. Price has a lengthy criminal history, but given that this is a Class 5 felony and his last conviction seems to be from 2023, we're asking the court to consider release to pretrial services. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I may,
You may.
the
Well, I did include it in the notes, but I guess I would reiterate that with the criminal history, I did know a lot of parole absconds and revocations. And so I do understand that this is a class 5 felony. I'm concerned about the nature or the description of what happened. But in addition to that, that history of absconding from parole indicates that Mr. Price would not be likely to comply with court orders and to come to court.
Welcome report.
Mr. Price also has a pretty extensive failure to appear history. Preliminary hearing date will be May the 5th at 1:30. Bond will be $1,000. If you post the bond, then it'll be in the superintendent of pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You're not to go to any Circle K, and you're specifically not to go to within 2 blocks of the Circle K at 10 West Fort Lowell. You're also not to go to any QT stores. And I would suggest that you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. I also have files out of Tucson City Court. Charges for shoplifting. QT today. And charges for assault, disorderly conduct, criminal damage, and criminal trespass. Circle K at 6th and Speedway on April the 3rd, and then failing to appear in court. So we'll appoint the city public defender's office to represent you on the city charges. Bond will be $250 on those matters. Video review, if you're still in custody, will be May the 6th at 1:45. If you're out of custody, your court date's June the 3rd. Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You don't go to any Circle K or any QTs. You understand that?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Price. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Buenas noches, soy la juez Shea. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Salvador Barceló.
Salvador Barceló.
Down the pit. Let's go.
And are there any holds at this point?
No, Your Honor.
Davis. Davis. You go. Who is coming? So, Mike. Hey.
I have an interim complaint here charging you with theft of means of transportation and trafficking in stolen property.
Bueno, aquí tengo unas imputaciones temporales de robo de un medio de transporte y tráfico con bienes robados.
Will appoint public defender's office, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Voy a nombrar a la defensoría de oficio para representarlo y luego la juez le pregunta a los licenciados que quisieran comentar sobre el asunto.
No, Judge, we agree with the state.
No, su señoría, estamos de acuerdo con la fiscalía.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be May the 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the
Wow,
Pima
bien,
County Justice Court.
Su audiencia preliminar va a ser el día 15 de mayo a la 1:30 de la tarde en el Tribunal de la Paz del Condado de Pima.
You're going to be released to the third-party custody of pretrial services.
Usted va a quedar en libertad, pero bajo la vigilancia de la parte tercera de servicios previos a juicio.
Your conditions of release are going to include no alcohol or illegal drugs,
Sus condiciones de libertad van a incluir nada de consumo de alcohol ni droga ilícita.
participation in a substance abuse assessment and treatment,
Usted tiene que participar en la evaluación y tratamiento de drogadicción y consumo de drogas.
not having contact with any potential co-defendants,
No puede tener contacto ni comunicación con cualquier posible coacusado.
not driving any vehicle that is not legally owned or leased by you,
Usted no puede manejar ningún vehículo que no es propiedad legal de usted, ni tampoco un vehículo arrendado legalmente por usted.
and you do not leave the state of Arizona. Do you understand that?
Y usted tampoco puede salir del estado de Arizona. ¿Usted entiende, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gracias.
It's my signature. Yeah.
And I didn't put it today.
I know, neither is bizarre. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Buenas noches, soy la juez Tia. ¿Y cómo se llama usted? Armando Orlando.
Mr. Olvera, citation charging you with domestic violence assault.
Bueno, señor Olvera, aquí tengo una imputación acusándolo de haber cometido violencia intrafamiliar, agresión,
Alleged occurred earlier today in the vicinity of your residence.
que supuestamente sucedió el día de hoy cerca de su residencia.
I'm going to release you on these charges on certain conditions.
Lo voy a dejar en libertad con respecto a esas acusaciones con ciertas condiciones.
You need to appear at your next court date, which is May the 5th at 10:30 in the morning in the Pima County Justice Court.
Usted tiene que comparecer en su próxima audiencia, que va a ser el día 5 de mayo a las 10:30 de la mañana en el Tribunal de la Paz del Condado de Pima.
You are not committing acts of domestic violence.
No puede cometer ningún acto de violencia intrafamiliar.
You are not to have contact with the alleged victim, Patricia.
Usted no puede tener comunicación ni contacto con la presunta víctima, con Tucia.
You're not to go to her residence or workplace.
Usted no puede acudir a su residencia ni su lugar de trabajo.
You may return once with a law enforcement officer.
Usted puede volver una sola vez acompañado de un elemento de policía
To obtain your personal belongings.
para conseguir sus pertenencias personales.
You are not to leave the state of Arizona.
No puede salir del estado de Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. Olvera.
Gracias, señor Olvera.
Thank you.
It is.
And Mr. Babb, I think we've finished with your services for the evening. Appreciate it.
Thank you much, Judge. Have a good evening.
You too. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are
McCall Davis.
Chris Davis. I have a warrant here out of Pima County Superior Court charging you with disorderly conduct, misuse of a weapon or firearm, possession of dangerous drugs, and possession of paraphernalia.
I had no idea what my charges were.
Well, we'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges.
Okay. Oh, you're good. Oh. Come this way, dude. All right, we're gonna try this guy. I want to see if
It appears that you were arrested on this matter on March the 1st of this year. You were released to pretrial services and did not report to them as ordered.
right.
Well,
Charges and refiled. Indicates that the notice was mailed to your address on East Timrod
yes.
and that you didn't appear.
I called and tried to reschedule, but she said that they would call me and tell me if it was put on as a warrant or something else, and then they never called me. I told her I couldn't make it. And they transferred me into the extra court at the time. I spoke to the lady at the side desk.
Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Yes, please, Judge. I understand Ms. Davis did not check in with pretrial services. I'm positive they talked to her and asked her to check in, but for some reason, Ms. Davis didn't check in with them, and we don't have a really good explanation as to why. But Your Honor, this is the only case besides the conviction from 2015, the New York conviction. She doesn't seem to have any other criminal history. So I'll talk to Ms. Davis. I'll give her the address to Superior Court if the court gives her one more chance on pretrial services. I will reiterate that she needs to stay in contact with both her attorney and pretrial. So we're asking for one more chance on pretrial services. Judge, looks like these are class 4 and class 6 felony offenses. She assures the court she'll make it. Thank you. She has a stable residence. Her mother agreed to provide third-party custody. We're asking for release, Judge. Thank you so much.
I don't even know if I'm charged right now. The felony. I was doing that. Right? Let's go back.
It's the firm court date. What you get now is not going to change. The last one changed.
Oh.
That's why you probably got confused, but you still have to check in the pretrial.
Oh.
Just hold on.
Given the failure to appear history, and the assessment on that level, I'm going to impose a bond of $500. Discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
We cannot get, can we contest this? Can I?
Talking just so.
Judge, I'm sorry if I missed it. Did you set an arraignment date for her?
May 2nd.
Thank you.
If you want to know.
Good evening. I'm Judge Tate, and you, sir.
Yes.
Their names.
Mr. Ramirez, I have several things here for you. I've warrant out of Pima County Superior Court, charges from November 27th of 2023 for burglary and criminal damage. We'll set an arraignment date on May 2nd at 1:30. Appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions? Noting that he has a failure to appear at sentencing warrant, so he's not going anywhere.
Yes, Judge. I think we'll just be asking for a nominal bond. I'm positive his attorney will hopefully continue the sentencing so all matters can be resolved at the same time. So we just ask for a nominal $500 bond. Thank you.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, bond will be $1,000. Pretrial services if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with the victims, and no return to the incident location. I also have warrant out of Pima County Justice Court. Charges from October 9th of 2022 for domestic violence assault. Warrant dated May of 2024. We'll appoint Peter Gutierrez to represent you on these charges. Your next court date will be on Monday at 1 o'clock. Bond will be the $500 requested on this warrant. You're to commit no acts of domestic violence. You need to abide by any previous conditions of release. And I'd suggest you not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney. Then I have another warrant alleged to occur, the events alleged to occur on December the 1st of 2023. Criminal trespass. Again, your court date will be Monday at 1 o'clock. Bond will be $100 on this matter. You're not to return to the incident location. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez.
That's yes.
Oh, sorry.
I guess that was the last one.
Okay.
Have a good night, Judge. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Samihan.